I get asked an interesting question. I get asked a lot of interesting questions, but I get one in particular, and it is, hey Cecil, what makes someone successful, or what do the most successful shop owners, business owners that you deal with have in common? I think there's a few things they have in common, but one of the more important things is what I call drawing a line in the sand. And I don't think it's a line in the sand, actually. I think it's a cement line. It's not something that's movable. I think the day that you make the decision that you want to have a certain kind of success in your business, or you want to make a certain amount of money, or you want to have time to spend with your family, and you really truly make that decision, and you really decide that this is what I'm going to accept and this is what I'm not going to accept, is the day that you go about beginning your success. And what I mean by that is it's the day that you say to yourself, I'm not willing to accept making $35,000 or $50,000. I'm not willing to accept 12-hour days anymore. And I think that conscious decision, it's a real decision, means that you then go and you decide you're going to learn what you're going to learn. You're going to go after the knowledge you need. You're going to make the changes that you need to make instead of talking about them, or instead of wishing you would make them. And that's because you've decided and you said, this is what I'm willing to accept, and this is what I'm not willing to accept. I think one of the most important things you can do is decide what that is as far as your success goes. I think it leads into making changes in the way that you manage your time, the way that you deal with your staff, how you think about finance and how you think about cost, and actually necessity. I think knowledge and learning what you need to learn becomes a more important thing at that point in time when you decide, I'm not willing to accept half pay or 3/4 pay, or working that 12-hour day anymore. I want to have a life. I want to have a life outside my business. I want to make money that is fair, legitimate, and that will take care of my family and afford me the time to make the life. I think that many shop owners, many business owners, they think about it a lot, they talk about it a lot, but they never truly make the decision to go after it with everything they have. And I think when you make that decision, that now you go after it in a different way. I've kind of seen it happen time and time again. I have a lot of clients over the years. I've been doing this now for 15 years or so, and I'll bet I've had over 1,000 clients. So I've been able to watch people make the decision, and sometimes I've been a part of it. Sometimes I've been able to help them make that decision. Sometimes I've driven them towards that decision. But I think when the decision is made that I want a business that returns me 20% net or 18% net, and I want to have a life outside my business, that things change, and they actually really do change. And that's why I call it a line in concrete and not necessarily a line in the sand. So you need to decide what it is you want, and you need to make a conscious decision. I'd recommend that you write it down. I'd recommend that you and then I think at that point you'll do what you need to do to be as successful as you want to be. So tip number 40, take a moment, look back on your life, think about what you are willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Draw that line and make it concrete, make it steel, and then go after what you want and stop talking about it.
We hope you enjoyed this week's tip. For more information on the concepts we discussed, check out our upcoming classes at www.ifrabe.com/classes, or listen to the Leading Edge podcast at institutesleadingedge.podbean.com, where we discuss business topics just like this one with a panel of industry experts. You can also contact us whenever it's convenient, and we'll set up a free consultation on how the Institute can help you better your business, your life, and the industry as a whole. We'll see you guys next week.